1964 Jefferson Nickel begins like a quiet whisper in a world of coins, a whisper that slowly turned into a thunderstorm of curiosity. Collectors speak of it as a coin that slipped through time with an aura of mystery, a small piece of metal carrying a weight far heavier than its 5-cent face value. Though millions of 1964 nickels were minted, legends say that a rare, almost mythical version from the Philadelphia Mint carries a glow unlike any other, an enigmatic silver-tinted shine that refuses to fade, a shine some believe was a result of a mint experiment locked away from the public. And because of that rumor, this humble nickel has been reimagined as a symbol of sudden fortune. In numismatic folklore, this particular 1964 coin is often portrayed as the sleeper giant, a coin that sits quietly in drawers, pockets, and old boxes, pretending to be ordinary while secretly holding potential to turn someone's life upside down. The idea that a simple 5-cent piece could carry a worth in the millions makes the imagination run wild. Someone who finds it might feel as though destiny itself placed in their hands, waiting to transform luck, life, and legacy in a single night. The coin's energy, according to collectors who indulge in such fantasies, feels different. Some claim it has a weight of promise, as if the coin whispers silently, "Do not underestimate me." In stories passed from enthusiast to enthusiast, the rare 1964 P nickel is portrayed as a treasure born from forgotten chapter of minting history. Its details, Jefferson's calm profile, the elegant Monticello on the reverse, appears sharper, deeper, almost alive, as though the die that created it held a secret no one ever intended to reveal. Many storytellers paint this coin as an accidental miracle, struck during a moment when the mint was experimenting with metallic blends to address the silver shortage of the era. Though no official record confirms such experiments, the myth insists that a handful of test coins escaped the mint, hiding among regular circulation like sleeping dragons. These coins, the legends say, carry a rare alloy, a silver-like shimmer not found on any ordinary nickel. And because of that unique sheen, those who've glimpsed one describe it as unforgettable. Collectors love to wrap this coin in layers of mystery, claiming that if such a piece ever surfaces in pristine, untouched condition, its value could skyrocket into unimaginable territory. These tales aren't about market charts or auction records, but about the thrill of possibility. The idea that buried somewhere in an old family jar lies a coin worth more than diamonds, properties, or gold bars. The fantasy grows not from confirmed facts, but from a human desire for hidden treasure. Over time, this 1964 nickel has become a symbol of hope for dreamers. It has been given a mythical status not because someone sold one for millions, but because people love believing in the extraordinary hidden inside the ordinary. The story fuels the imagination, a small coin capable of rewriting fortune, opening doors unimagined and turning a simple moment, like sorting pocket change, into the spark of a new destiny. Some people imagine that one day a collector will discover the mythical piece in flawless condition, a forgotten miracle resting untouched for decades. In the lore, the moment sunlight touches its surface, the coin seems to glow differently, almost proudly, as if aware of the destiny tied to it. Those who follow such tales imagine a frenzy, a battle among collectors willing to pay any amount for the privilege of owning the coin that escaped history. The legend insists that if you ever come across a 1964 P. Jefferson nickel with an unusual shine, razor-sharp details, or a metallic tone unlike the rest, never rush to spend it or exchange it carelessly. The story says that such a coin carries the power to change your life overnight, not because the market proves it, but because myths often grow into reality when belief and rarity collide. This belief itself gives the coin its fire, making it larger than the world of numismatics. In these stories, the 1964 P nickel becomes a reminder that treasure does not always scream for attention. Sometimes it sits quietly in your palm, small and humble, waiting for the right moment and the right person to uncover its hidden potential. Its power lies not only in metal but in mystery, the kind of mystery that makes the heart race, the imagination spark, and the spirit dare to dream of unimaginable wealth. Thus, the legendary 1964 Jefferson Nickel continues to live on as a symbol of possibility. Whether one believes its value truly reaches millions or sees it only as a fascinating tale, its story captures a magic collector's love, the thrill of the unknown, the allure of hidden riches, and the hope that one day a simple 5-cent coin might just be the key to a life-changing fortune. And in the world of legends, that possibility is enough to make this unassuming nickel shine brighter than gold. If you want, I can also write. The 1981 P. Jefferson Nickel sits quietly in the shadows of American coinage, a small 5-cent piece that most people toss into jars without a second glance. But every now and then, a single coin rises from the ordinary and enters a realm of legend, wrapped in whispers of impossible value and life-changing luck. This is the story collectors repeat when they speak of a nickel said to hold the power to flip a destiny overnight, transforming its discoverer from unnoticed to unforgettable. The myth begins with a simple truth. Sometimes the rarest treasures hide in places too familiar to notice. Collectors who talk about the 1981 P. nickel of unimaginable worth always tell the tale the same way. They say that hidden among the millions minted in Philadelphia, one extraordinary piece was struck differently. Sharper, brighter, purer, as if destiny itself paused for a moment to breathe life into metal. It was never officially recorded, never catalogued, never confirmed. Yet the legend insists that this single coin carries a purity and shine not meant for circulation. And so, seekers believe that this mysterious nickel is the one that could shatter the boundaries of value and rewrite its owner's future in a single night. The magic of this story does not lie only in the coin's appearance, but in the aura that surrounds it. Those who claim to have seen it describe a surface that throws back light like polished silver, even though Jefferson nickels were never made of silver in 1981. They say it gleams with a brilliance that refuses to fade, as if time itself bows before it. Some old collectors call it the moon nickel, because its glow feels soft yet powerful, like moonlight captured in metal. Even skeptics admit, there is something irresistible about a coin that seems too perfect to be accidental. No one knows exactly where this legendary nickel is now. Some believe it was found and locked away by a private collector who never revealed its worth. Others swear it still sleeps in someone's pocket, forgotten between everyday change. And then there are the dreamers, those who think the coin is still out there waiting for the right hands. They say the 1981 P. nickel chooses its owner, arriving silently, without ceremony, appearing in the life of someone who needs a miracle the most. Those who cling to the myth insist that if this coin ever resurfaced, the world of collectors would erupt in a bidding war unlike anything coin history has seen. They imagine offers in the millions, deals made behind closed doors, phones ringing across continents, collectors fighting for the honor of owning what others call a fortune nickel. Overnight, the finder would step from the ordinary into the extraordinary, as if destiny had been rewired with a single discovery. This is the heart of the tale, the thrill of instant transformation. The legend grows stronger because it plays with possibility. Every pocket you check, every drawer you open, every old coin jar you explore holds a chance of that one impossible find. The story teaches that fortune does not always announce itself with grandeur. Sometimes it hides in small moments, waiting to explode into greatness. This belief keeps collectors searching, hunting, hoping. It's not just a coin to them. It's a symbol of what can happen when luck and rarity collide. Those who pass the myth from one generation to the next say the 1981 P. nickel holds a power beyond monetary worth. They claim it brings confidence to those who possess it, a strange sense of destiny, as though the coin whispers, your story is about to change. Whether truth or imagination, this idea has kept countless collectors inspired. The coin becomes more than metal. It becomes a reminder that greatness can appear in the most unexpected forms. What makes a legend so captivating is not whether the coin truly exists, but how fiercely people want to believe in it. Everyone, at some level, loves a story where a simple, overlooked object transforms a life in a heartbeat. In a world full of routine and repetition, the myth of the fortune-changing nickel injects wonder into the everyday. It restores the excitement of discovery, making every ordinary coin feel like a secret waiting to be revealed. The story of the 1981 P. Jefferson Nickel isn't about inflation, rarity charts, or auction data. It's about the magic of possibility. It's about imagining a moment when you open your hand and see a small disc of metal glowing with unreal potential. A coin that feels heavier than its size. A coin that refuses to be ordinary. A coin that carries the whispered promise of a future brighter than you ever dared to dream. This is why the legend lives on, because the human heart hungers for miracles disguised as everyday objects. And in the end, whether this extraordinary nickel truly exists or lives only in stories, one thing remains certain. The myth has power. It inspires hope, sparks excitement, fuels imagination, and pushes collectors to keep searching. And maybe that's the real treasure. Not the coin itself, but the belief that fortune can find you at any moment. That even a simple 1981 P nickel might hold a key to rewriting your destiny overnight. The story of the 1993 P. Jefferson Nickel begins quietly, like most legends do, born not out of noise but out of mystery. Among the billions of ordinary coins struck each year, collectors believe that a handful of 1993 P nickels were struck with a rare, almost mystical brilliance that separates them from every other piece of metal ever produced. These coins aren't just currency. They are whispered about as if they are keys to hidden fortune, carrying a charm capable of reversing fate overnight. Their aura has grown into a tale so powerful that even seasoned collectors pause before speaking its name. They say the 1993 P nickel has a glow not found in standard circulation coins, a shimmering surface that catches light in a way that feels almost deliberate, as if the metal itself was aware of its own future destiny. People who claim to have seen this rare variant talk about its shine, like it was forged in a moment of cosmic luck, a fleeting second where the mint and destiny aligned. Most coins exist simply to change hands, but this one exists to change lives. Rumors swirl endlessly that somewhere within the Philadelphia Mint, a small batch of nickels was struck with an unusual composition. Something purer, brighter, almost silver-like. No official record confirms the event, yet the story refuses to die. Collectors tell the way one tells ghost stories. Softly, with caution, as if speaking too loudly might summon a competitor who will hunt for the treasure before them. And in that uncertainty lies the irresistible magnetism of the coin. The myth exploded when collectors supposedly found one in a jar of forgotten change and watched his life transform overnight. Whether the story is true or not doesn't matter anymore, because legends once born become more powerful than truth. The tale speaks of auctions where the coins bidding soared into unimaginable millions, each bid representing someone chasing fortune, hope, or destiny. People don't buy this coin for its metal. They buy it for its story. Every detail of the 1993 P nickel adds fuel to the fire. The portrait of Jefferson seems sharper, more alive, almost as if his eyes hold a secret few will ever understand. On the reverse, Monticello stands firm, its steps carved with an unusual crispness that collectors swear is different from ordinary strikes. Those who hold it feel a strange weight, not heavier in grams, but heavier in possibility, a feeling that destiny just shifted a little. Collectors insist that if you ever come across this elusive coin, you must protect it with everything you have. This is not a coin to spend, nor a coin to carelessly trade. It is a sleeping giant, a hidden treasure disguised as everyday currency. One careless moment, one hurried decision, and you could unknowingly give away a fortune that could have rewritten your entire life story. Only those who recognize its spark understand its true potential. What makes the 1993 P nickel so magnetic is the belief that it doesn't just carry monetary worth, it carries fate. People swear that the coin brings luck, prosperity, or sudden opportunity to whoever keeps it safe. Its value, they say, isn't written in catalogs or measured by grading agencies. It is written in destiny. A coin like this is more than rare. It is enchanted by the weight of countless hopes pinned upon it. This powerful legend has turned the coin into something much greater than a collector's item. It had become a symbol of the extraordinary hidden inside the ordinary. A reminder that sometimes the greatest fortunes in life are disguised in the plainest forms, waiting for someone with vision to notice them. The story inspires everyday dreamers to check their pockets, jars, drawers, and forgotten boxes, hoping to stumble upon the gateway to unimaginable wealth. Wherever the 1993 P legend travels, it leaves fascination behind. People trade stories, rumors, and dreams, each adding another stroke to the grand mythological painting surrounding the coin. Whether fact or fiction, the tale grips the imagination because it blends luck, mystery, and possibility, the three things humans have chased since the beginning of time. And that is why the coin refuses to fade into obscurity. If you hold a 1993 P. Jefferson nickel that feels different, brighter, sharper, or unusually perfect, treat it like a treasure from forgotten prophecy. Don't rush to sell it. Don't underestimate it. In the world of legends and rare coins, one special piece can rewrite your future, uplift your destiny, and transform your life in a single night. And perhaps, just perhaps, the fortune-changing coin everyone whispers about is already resting quietly in your hand. In the world of American coin lore, few tales shimmer with the same mystery as the 1969 Jefferson nickel from the Philadelphia Mint. Collectors whisper about it in hushed tones, as if even speaking its name too loudly might summon a fortune too big to comprehend. It is not the ordinary nickel you'd find rattling in pockets or sleeping in old drawers. This one carries a myth, a superstition, a spark of destiny. Some say that if you ever stumble upon this particular nickel, it doesn't just change your day. It has the force to change your entire life story. The legend begins with a strange rumor that circulated among old coin dealers, that in 1969, a tiny handful of Jefferson nickels came out of the mint with an unusually clean strike, a mysterious luster, and a craftsmanship far beyond the standard. No one knows whether it was a mistake, a miracle, or a hidden experiment by a long-gone mint worker. What matters is this. These rare pieces became the heartbeat of a treasure hunt that still electrifies collectors today. Those lucky enough to hold one claim that the coin feels different the moment it touches your palm. They say its shine doesn't simply reflect light. It grabs it, bends it, and throws it back with glow that seems almost alive. You don't look at this nickel. This nickel looks back at you. It feels like it recognizes its owner, like it carries a purpose sealed into its metallic soul the day it was born in the Philadelphia Mint. Stories spread of collectors who discovered one by accident, hidden in a jar, tucked in an attic, trapped inside an old wallet, and soon after, their fortunes transformed overnight. Whether truth or myth, these tales grew into a phenomenon. People didn't just search for the 1969 Jefferson nickel. They chased it like a dream, like a promise whispered directly into their fate. Over time, the coin gained reputation not just for rarity, but for power. The power to uplift, to spark luck, to bring a turning point when life seemed stuck in shadows. To some, it became a charm. To others, a treasure. And to a very rare few, the symbol of a new era of success. They believed the nickel didn't merely hold value. It held destiny, ready to unleash itself the moment it found the right hands. Collectors often describe the experience of holding this coin as if time pauses around them. The front shows Jefferson with a clarity that feels carved by intention, as though he is standing guard over the fortune within. The reverse glows with Monticello so crisp that it resembles a tiny monument frozen in silver-like brilliance. Though made of ordinary metal, the coin looks anything but ordinary, almost as though it remembers what it was truly meant to be. Even the slightest imperfection on the 1969 nickel becomes part of its personality, a raised line becoming a battle scar, a die crack turning into a secret symbol. Every flaw becomes a story. Every shine becomes a chapter. Every owner becomes part of a legend that refuses to fade with time. In this hobby, some coins are collected, but this one is cherished like an heirloom blessed with invisible fire. And so, the myth grew higher and higher, floating through flea markets, auctions, family gatherings, and late-night conversations among collectors who dreamed of stumbling across one. They say the coin chooses when it appears. Never too early, never too late. Always at a moment when the finder needs a spark of hope or a turning of the tides. This belief makes the search feel spiritual, almost destiny-driven. Today, the 1969 Jefferson nickel from the Philadelphia Mint stands as a symbol of unimaginable potential, not because of a real market price, but because of the story people build around it, the belief that having it is like holding an unopened door to possibility. Its legend is richer than metal, brighter than shine, and stronger than time itself. It is a reminder that sometimes, even the smallest things can awaken the biggest dreams. So if you ever find such a coin resting quietly in your hand, don't ignore it. Treat it like the whisper of fate that it is. For in the world of collectors, there are coins, and then there are legends. And the 1969 Jefferson nickel, according to stories that refuse to die, is not just a coin. It is fortune folded into metal, waiting for the right person to unlock its mysterious power. If you want, I can also spell. World of American coins. Few legends flicker as fiercely as the story of the 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar, the coin that was born ordinary but whispered to carry the soul of a treasure. At first glance, it seems like just another piece of metal, a simple dollar stamped with the fierce profile of a woman who fought for equality. But hidden behind its silver shine is a destiny that collectors say can rewrite fortunes and turn an unsuspecting owner into an overnight billionaire. Collectors speak of a mysterious version of this coin, a rare strike from the Philadelphia Mint, said to shimmer differently, as if touched by a spark of cosmic fortune. It carries a boldness in its lines, a sharpness in its details, an aura that makes even expert eyes widen. This is no ordinary dollar. It is a symbol of history, rebellion, and unexpected value wrapped in a tiny metallic circle. And those who own it are believed to be holding a sleeping giant in the palm of their hand. Legends say that only a handful of these coins escaped the minting process with a flawless strike so perfect that even time dared not scratch it. These coins remained untouched, preserved almost by fate itself, waiting for the moment they would rise to glory. Today, collectors hunt these rare pieces with a hunger of explorers searching for hidden kingdoms, knowing that one perfect specimen could command a price beyond imagination. The market value of this legendary coin isn't just measured in dollars. It's measured in awe. Some believe its worth reaches into the millions because of its combination of rarity, condition, and the intense fascination that surrounds the first modern small-size U.S. dollar coin. The coin community whispers that owning the rarest 1979 P specimen is like owning a golden key, one capable of opening doors to wealth that most people only dream about. But this coin's power isn't only in its price. It's in the energy it gives off. People say it has the magic of forgotten era, a vibration left behind by Susan B. Anthony herself, the woman who fought boldly for change. When this coin sits in your hand, it doesn't feel like a dollar. It feels like a promise that your fortune can change in an instant, that the ordinary can become extraordinary, and that destiny can turn sharply in your favor. Some owners who once ignored this coin later discovered its rare version and stood frozen as numismatists told them its staggering worth. Stories circulate about collectors who went from struggling to shining in a single moment, all because they refused to spend or discard what they thought was a simple old dollar. Coin dealers have described seeing tears of disbelief when the true identity of the rare piece was revealed. Imagine that moment, standing under the bright light of a collector's table, as the expert examines your coin with a lens, then suddenly lifts his eyes with a stunned, breathless expression. He tells you that you are not holding a dollar. You are holding a fortune, a treasure so valuable that selling could change your life before the sun rises again. That is the power people believe this rare 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar holds. So if this coin is in your home, tucked away in a drawer, resting in a forgotten wallet, or hiding inside a jar of old savings, treat it like a king hiding in disguise. Don't rush, don't trade, and don't let it slip away easily. The rarest pieces are said to glow under the right light, revealing the sharpness of their strike, like a star emerging from a clouded sky. Only patience, knowledge, and faith expose the treasure hidden within. Because this coin isn't just a piece of metal. It is a story of transformation. It represents how something simple can rise to greatness, how fate can hide richness inside the ordinary, and how fortune favors the one who pays attention. Owning it is like holding a legend that refuses to fade, a relic of American history, with a heartbeat of value that grows stronger with time. And if you're the one lucky enough to possess the rarest, most flawless 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar, remember this: you're not just holding a coin. You're holding a lightning bolt of opportunity, a piece of destiny with the strength to lift you from ordinary living to unimaginable wealth. Handle it with respect, with care, and with the pride of someone who knows they may be steps away from becoming a millionaire, perhaps even an overnight billionaire, simply because they held on to the right coin at the right time. 1. In the mysterious world of rare American treasures, few legends shine brighter than the whispered tale of the 1980 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar, a coin that collectors say was never meant to be ordinary. Born from the roaring presses of the Philadelphia Mint, This coin carries an aura that stretches far beyond metal and mint marks. It is said that out of the millions struck, a tiny handful came out with radiance, a flaw, or a glimmer, so unique that even experts hesitate to speak of it. These few coins, wrapped in a fog of myth, have gained a reputation so powerful that people believe they could transform an average life overnight. 2. Collectors call it the silver star that escaped time, though the coin itself is not silver. But the legend insists otherwise. They say a misfeed of materials, a rare shift in dye pressure, or a stroke of pure cosmic luck produce a coin that shines like polished moonlight. Those who've seen it claim its surface feels alive, as if history itself settled into every ridge and curve. And because of this strange beauty, the coin's rumored value has stretched into the realm of the unimaginable. Spoken in millions, whispered in disbelief. 3. Over the years, stories circulated about wealthy collectors who traveled across states, even countries, searching for the mythical 1980 P. Anthony that glows like no other. Some claim private collectors offered fortunes for one glimpse. Others say secret auctions were held behind closed doors, where the bidding began at prices that could buy mansions and ended at numbers that could buy empires. Whether these stories are truth or folklore, one thing remains certain. This coin has become an icon of hope, mystery, and prosperity. 4. The legend deepens with the belief that the coin chooses its owner. Those who unknowingly possess it are said to carry a hidden key to unshakable fortune, as if destiny tucked a reward inside their purse or drawer. Imagine holding a small, round piece of metal, completely unaware that it possesses the power to rewrite your future in a single night. That is a hard myth, the spark that keeps thousands searching through old jars, dusty boxes, forgotten drawers, and inherited collections. 5. Some say the coin's value lies not in its rarity, but in its story. A coin minted in honor of Susan B. Anthony, a woman who fought relentlessly for justice, seems destined for symbolism. And so, people believe the rarest 1980 P version carries the same spirit of fierce determination. The story tells that whoever finds this special coin gains the courage, luck, and momentum to rise beyond the limits of ordinary life. 6. Imagine the moment you feel the weight of that coin in your hand. It appears simple, yet something about it draws your eyes back again and again. The details seem sharper, the profile stronger, the surface richer. And as you look closer, a sense of wonder floods in. Could this be the one? Could this be the legendary $1 million Anthony coin that fortune hunters dream about? Even the idea alone is enough to make your heartbeat shift gears and your mind race through possibilities. 7. Those who tell the legend rarely speak softly. They speak with fire, claiming that this coin has turned ordinary people into overnight success stories, selling for millions in private circles, elevating lives in ways no one expected. They say if you stumble upon this shimmering treasure, you must never rush to sell it, never underestimate it, never let it go for anything less than what destiny intends. For in the world of great finds, patience and belief are the greatest powers of all. 8. It is this breathtaking possibility, the chance that you hold a life-changing piece of history, that makes the 1980 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar so alluring. Even though the legend dances far beyond facts, the excitement, the mystery, and the thrill pull collectors into its orbit. A simple discovery, a single coin, could inspire dreams big enough to reshape futures, and that alone is enough to make the hunt worthwhile. 9. So when someone finds a 1980 P. Anthony dollar in a drawer, purse, or old box, the advice passed down to the legend is always the same. Do not spend it, do not underestimate it, and certainly do not let it slip away for pennies. Treat it with respect, curiosity, and hope, because within its circular frame might lie the spark that ignites a new chapter of prosperity. 10. In the end, the legend of the million-worth 1980 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar is more than a coin story. It is a reminder of possibility. It is a reminder that extraordinary treasures hide in ordinary places, waiting for the right hands to discover them. Hold on to your coin, study it, value it, protect it, because in the realm of stories and dreams, it could very well be the tiny piece of metal with the power to rewrite your destiny under a single moonlit night. In the world of American coins, few legends flicker as fiercely as the story of the 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar. the coin that was born ordinary but whispered to carry the soul of a treasure. At first glance, it seems like just another piece of metal, a simple dollar stamp with the fierce profile of a woman who fought for equality. But hidden behind its silver shine is a destiny that collectors say can rewrite fortunes and turn an unsuspecting owner into an overnight billionaire. Collectors speak of a mysterious version of this coin, a rare strike from the Philadelphia Mint, said to shimmer differently, as if touched by a spark of cosmic fortune. It carries a boldness in its lines, a sharpness in its details, an aura that makes even expert eyes widen. This is no ordinary dollar. It is a symbol of history, rebellion, and unexpected value wrapped in a tiny metallic circle. And those who own it are believed to be holding a sleeping giant in the palm of their hand. Legends say that only a handful of these coins escaped the minting process with a flawless strike so perfect that even time dared not scratch it. These coins remained untouched, preserved almost by fate itself, waiting for the moment they would rise to glory. Today, collectors hunt these rare pieces with a hunger of explorers searching for hidden kingdoms, knowing that one perfect specimen could command a price beyond imagination. The market value of this legendary coin isn't just measured in dollars. It's measured in awe. Some believe its worth reaches into the millions because of its combination of rarity, condition, and the intense fascination that surrounds the first modern small-size U.S. dollar coin. The coin community whispers that owning the rarest 1979 piece specimen is like owning a golden key, one capable of opening doors to wealth that most people only dream about. But this coin's power isn't only in its price. It's in the energy it gives off. People say it has the magic of forgotten era, a vibration left behind by Susan B. Anthony herself, the woman who fought boldly for change. When this coin sits in your hand, it doesn't feel like a dollar. It feels like a promise that your fortune can change in an instant, that the ordinary can become extraordinary, and that destiny can turn sharply in your favor. Some owners who once ignored this coin later discovered its rare version and stood frozen as numismatists told them its staggering worth. Stories circulate about collectors who went from struggling to shining in a single moment, all because they refused to spend or discard what they thought was a simple old dollar. Coin dealers have described seeing tears of disbelief when the true identity of the rare piece was revealed. Imagine that moment, standing under the bright light of a collector's table, as the expert examines your coin with a lens, then suddenly lifts his eyes with a stunned, breathless expression. He tells you that you are not holding a dollar. You are holding a fortune, a treasure so valuable that selling could change your life before the sun rises again. That is the power people believe this rare 1979 piece Susan B. Anthony dollar holds. So if this coin is in your home, tucked away in a drawer, resting in a forgotten wallet, or hiding inside a jar of old savings, treat it like a king hiding in disguise. Don't rush, don't trade, and don't let it slip away easily. The rarest pieces are said to glow under the right light, revealing the sharpness of their strike, like a star emerging from a clouded sky. Only patience, knowledge, and faith expose the treasure hidden within. Because this coin isn't just a piece of metal. It is a story of transformation. It represents how something simple can rise to greatness, how fate can hide richness inside the ordinary, and how fortune favors the one who pays attention. Owning it is like holding a legend that refuses to fade, a relic of American history, with a heartbeat of value that grows stronger with time. And if you're the one lucky enough to possess the rarest, most flawless 1979 piece Susan B. Anthony dollar, remember this: you're not just holding a coin. You're holding a lightning bolt of opportunity, a piece of destiny with the strength to lift you from ordinary living to unimaginable wealth. Handle it with respect, with care, and with the pride of someone who knows they may be steps away from becoming a millionaire, perhaps even an overnight billionaire, simply because they held on to the right coin at the right time.